What's up, everybody out there? How you doing? I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in over here to Pepe's Point of View. And today I have some P entertainment news for you. We're going to be discussing politics, entertainment, music, and we're going to be discussing sports. So let's just jump right into it. All right. I want to welcome you new viewers, you returning viewers, and you subscribers. Again, thank you guys so much. Over here, you know that I mainly discuss music, particularly my R&B divas. I love my R&B divas, and I love talking about them. Um, and so it's only right for me to start off with an R&B diva, and that's right, Jacci McGee. Now, those of you who don't know who Jacci McGee is, she is a singer and she's been in the business for quite some time. And she has a duet with Keith Sweat. It's a big song, a big hit for them. Although it never was released. The song "Make It Last Forever." You can find a portion of that song or a remake of that song in Mariah Carey's catalog. But anyway, R&B diva Jacci McGee, she has a new song out. It's called Slow Down. And so I want to take this time out to just simply say, hey, go out and check out Jacci McGee. That's right. And when you go over there to her web page, or excuse me, web page or her social media page, I follow her on Facebook. Let her know that you heard it from over here, that she has a new song out. So go out and support Jacci McGee, okay? It's what I do over here, and I will leave a link in the description box of this video so you can go over there and you can just click on it. It's a real nice song. I really truly do like it. All right. So check out Jacci McGee. All right. R&B diva, 1987. The song "Make It Last Forever" with Keith Sweat, and then she released her own album in 1992. And she had another hit song on that album with Keith Sweat as well. It was called "It Hurts." So as I said, check her out. All right, moving right along. All right, congratulations to those people who will receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yesterday, they introduced the entertainers and people, let's just say people in entertainment, whether that's sports, movies, music, so on and so forth. They will have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And again, since I do talk about music over here, I'm going to stick around with the what I do, and that is music. And so, congratulations goes out to Prince, Fantasia, the Isley Brothers, and BustaRhymes. They all will receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So congratulations to them. As far as the Isley Brothers are concerned, there are two remaining brothers in that group, and that will be Ronald Isley and Ernie Isley. Now, Chris Jasper, he's also, still present with us, but he is not a member of the Isley Brothers, and he has not been a member of the Isley Brothers since what, 1983. But hey, I do anticipate that Chris Jasper probably is going to show up. He should show up to the induction, or well, I wouldn't say the induction, but maybe when they actually place the star on the sidewalk. I'm pretty sure he would be present for that. Hopefully, he will be present for that. I don't know how I feel about the star on the Hollywood um, Walk of Fame. I don't know anything about the politics of it. I do believe some people have actually paid for their star to be there. In the case of Melba Moore, or another R&B diva, Cat Williams paid for her star to be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So maybe I need to do a little bit more digging as far as finding out what are the rules, uh, to in order to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But anyway, we're moving right along. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. To this young man here. Oh, gosh. You know, I don't want to say it warms my heart, but since he's a young guy, I guess I could say that it warms my heart. A 16-year-old. He just finished like in fractions of a second, shy of becoming the youngest male U.S. track Olympian ever. That's right. Quincy Wilson still has a chance to be a part of the U.S. Um, relay team, and as I said, what I want to say about this one, looking at him, or rather watching him, uh, run, you know, in the race, you can tell that I'm not going to say he's been prepared or conditioned for what is about to take place, in his life as far as, being on the Olympic team. But you can definitely tell that he has some discipline about himself. And it seems like he definitely has a good head on his shoulder. He's very focused about it. And, so congratulations to him. It says here Quincy Wilson, a 16-year old from Bullis School outside Washington, D.C., finished sixth with a time of 44.94 in Monday's 400-meter final at the U.S. Olympic Track and Field Trials. Quincy Hall clocked in at 44.17 to take the top spot, and Michael Norman, 44, let's just say 0.41, and Chris Bailey at 44.42. Also claimed places on the team headed to Paris. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, he's going to be there with some older gentlemen as well. So, like I said, just shout out to him for, having a good head on his shoulder. And uh, it's kind of weird that I'm saying it this way because when I'm thinking about it, I'm saying, okay, I hope people treat him well. I guess that's what I'm about, how I want to say it. I'm talking about other members on the team, so on and so forth, because this here definitely shapes an individual's uh, mind, a perspective about what it is, and not necessarily saying, going in naive and gullible. No, and just be friends with everybody because obviously there's something, he has a goal in mind. But I do hope that he is treated well and that he handles things well and responsibly. Though Wilson failed to make the team as an individual runner and become the youngest male ever to do so, he will have a chance to be a part of the U.S. Relay team. So hopefully, fingers crossed that he will have that opportunity. The result does not take away from an incredible weekend for the high schooler after he set and then best the world record for under 18 runners that stood for 42 years. All right. And I'm reading this, by the way, from NBC News. I'm sorry about that, guys. Um, and here we have it says, I've never been this happy a day in my life when it comes to track. Wilson said after he ran a 44.59 in the semifinals. I've been working for this moment. That record I broke 2 days ago, that's 42 years of nobody being able to break that record. I broke it twice in 2 days. It means a lot to me because it means the hard work is paying off. There you go, young man. Exactly. The hard work is paying off. And Wilson, who also 19 days ago finished his sophomore year of high school, competed this week with some of the world's fastest runners. Vernon Norwood is 32, twice Wilson's age. And then you have Michael Norman, 26, finished fifth in the Tokyo Games. So that's what I'm saying. Overall, in general, like I said, he's been preparing. Continue, man, young man. You have a bright future ahead of you. It also feels good that when you actually show up, well, let's take that back. When you actually have conditioned yourself and discipline yourself to do what it is that you enjoy doing, and then you show up and you do what it is that you have disciplined yourself to do, and then the world, you on what we would call the world stage. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, like I said, good job. Your parents should be proud of you. You should be proud of you. Matter of fact, U.S. America as a whole should be proud of this young man. Everybody should. But at the end of the day, it is a competition, unfortunately. So we hope that, like I said, you do well, and we're looking forward to seeing a bright future ahead of this young man. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure somewhere down the pipe, I have a strong feeling this young man is probably getting some people knocking on his door right now, wanting them to endorse their product. I'm pretty sure. I am almost certain that this young man has uh, gotten some calls for some endorsement deals. I'm sure of that. But like I said, congratulations to this young man. It's definitely in order. Yes, it is. Well, moving right along. All righty. Interesting. This is some interesting news. It's interesting in that I was like, Richard Pryor has a son. I always knew about Richard Pryor having a daughter. I'm not quite sure how I forgot about Richard Pryor having a son, but he does have a son, and he's a junior, Richard Pryor Jr. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm looking at something right now. Richard Pryor, as I said, yes, he has a son here, Richard Pryor Jr. And for those of you who don't know who he is, he would be on the guy on the um, my left. He's the one who is not bald. Both of them has a goatee. One is not as full as the other, or let's just say beard or whatever. So he's the guy that doesn't have the beard. Like I said, I say I was married now. uh, and as I said, he has a son. Now, it says if Pryor had, and I didn't know this, okay, Pryor had 7 children with 6 different women. Well, let's take this back. Let's take this back. Let's talk about Richard Pryor's personal life. Okay, let's in general. Pryor met actress Pam Grier through comedian Freddie Prinze. Okay, they began dating when they were both cast in Grease Lightning. Okay, in 1977. Grier helped Pryor learn to read and tried to help him with his drug addiction. Okay, we're on YouTube. Pryor married another woman while dating Grier. All right. Now, if you don't know who Pam Grier is, then I don't know what to tell you. Just look up Pam Grier. She's definitely a standout actress during the blacks exploitation film period in the 1970s. A movie that I enjoy watching is what is the name of that movie? Jackie Brown. Love Jackie Brown, the movie Jackie Brown. So check that out. Pryor dated actress Margot Kidder during the filming of Some Kind of Hero in 1982. And then Kidder stated that she fell in love with Pryor in 2 seconds flat after they first met. All right. Now, his marriages, okay, he has been married, okay, 7 times to 5 women. All right. So prior, there's Patricia Price, whom he married in 1960 to 1961. Shelley Bonus from 1967 to 1969. So the first marriage was a year, the second marriage was 2 years. Then Deborah McGuire, an inspiring model and actress whom he married on September the 22nd, 1977. They dated on and off for 4 years prior to their marriage. All right. They separated in January 1978, and their divorce was finalized in August 1978. They separated January 1978, and the divorce was finalized in August 1978. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get that mixed up. Jennifer Lee, an actress and interior designer whom Pryor had hired to decorate his home, they married in August 1981 and divorced in 1982 due to his drug addiction. They remarried on June 29, 2001. Oh my gosh. That's interesting, Jennifer Lee, and remained married until Pryor's passing in 2005. Then you have Flynn Beline, I'm going to say, another aspiring actress whom he married in October 1986. They met when Pryor was performing in Washington, D.C. in 1984. 2 months after they married, Pryor filed for divorce, but withdrew the petition the same day. A week later, he filed for divorce again. Their divorce was finalized in July 1987. They remarried on April 1st, 1990, but divorced again in July 1991. Now, uh, I guess you're probably asking yourself, where does Richard Pryor's son, Richard Pryor Jr., fit in all of this? Well, he would be the first wife's son, right? Yes. So he's the first child. Interesting. So Richard Pryor Jr. was born April the 10th, 1968, and his mother is Pryor's first wife, Patricia Pryor. So since we're talking about the Pryor's children, let's go ahead on and finish talking about them. So we have Renee Pryor, born July 20th, 1957. Uh, Pryor's girlfriend named Susan when Pryor was 16. So, okay, so let's put it this way. He has Renee Pryor. Sorry about the confusion. So, Renee Pryor, Richard Pryor Jr., Elizabeth Ann, Rain Pryor. Now, I know Rain, so I was assuming that Rain was the only child. Then you have Stephen, Franklin, and Kelsey. Interesting. So, we don't have to go through all of that. Just know Rain Pryor is the daughter that she spoke out the most out of all of them. And then, of course, now you have Richard Pryor Jr., who obviously made the news because of, um, you know, him being gay, and obviously, and he married this gentleman. I know people probably want to talk about, well, who is he? Who did he marry? Who's the guy's name? What's the guy's name? So on and so forth. I really don't get into a lot of all of that. You can look that up for yourself and find that out. It showed up on my social media page, but it is what it is. But here's the thing: when I first saw this, the first thing that came to my mind when I first saw this picture come down my news feed, I don't know about you guys, but when I saw the picture and they said Richard Pryor's son is married, just got married, and I'm looking at this like, huh? I was like, I didn't know Richard Pryor had any other children besides Rain. Then I'm looking at, oh, he's a guy. He married another guy. And I think y'all know where I'm going. It's not so much of his son marrying a guy. It has a lot to do with, Richard Pryor's sexuality coming into question, because allegedly, and let me just put, oh, y'all making me tired. You're making me tired. Let me put the legs down here for real because, it was alleged. Well, allegedly, well, it's Marlon Brando. Let's just talk about that. Say it this way. So let's talk about his sexuality. 9 years after Pryor's death in 2014, the biographical book Becoming Richard Pryor by Scott Saul stated that Pryor acknowledged he was bisexual. And in 2018, Quincy Jones and Pryor's widow, Jennifer Lee, stated that Pryor had a relationship with Marlon Brando and that Pryor was open with his friends about him being, liking both, men and women. And the fact that he slept with, men. Pryor's daughter, Rain, later disputed the claim, to which Lee stated that Rain was in denial about her father's, liking both sexes. But now, I'm just saying, like I said, I told you guys, Rain Pryor has definitely been, the more outspoken of all of these children. Um, and I probably probably going to cover Richard Pryor. Maybe I should. I love the movie JoJo Dancer and Debbie Allen's part in JoJo Dancer. Oh wow, that was hilarious. Lee later told the Hollywood Entertainment Television series TMZ on TV that it was the 70s and DUGS were still good. If you did enough of the white stuff, you blanked a radiator and sent in flowers in the morning. Right? And so that's what I was about to say. And I'm glad that that came up. Uh, in his autobiography, Pryor Conviction, Pryor talked about having a 2 week relationship with uh, a trans woman, which he called 2 weeks of being gay. You know, in his first special, Live and Smoking, Pryor discusses performing uh, an act on a male. He also said in the special, and this was in 1977, uh, that he actually has performed that. Now, it is what it is. Uh, I guess I'm just kind of surprised, but I'm not surprised. There's just a whole lot of things going on in this particular segment right here that I'm like, it's just some things to make you go home. I don't, like I said, it is what it is. Uh, and like I said, congratulations to him. Yeah, congratulations to him. We're going to move right along. Cha, 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 cha. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Teyana Taylor's performance, and I'm glad that she is getting some rave reviews for this performance. I really am. Considering that I think the divorce has been finalized, and I think they have came to a settlement. I don't think the settlement is a good one in her favor, but hey, it is what it is. But when I saw the performance, I have to be honest with you, and I'm not critiquing it at all. That's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to say is after seeing her perform, the thing that I got out of this, and it's my opinion, is good. She showed up. She showed out. Looked good. Looked great. Everything is on point. Wonderful. I mean, like applaud. Like seriously, applause. But I couldn't help but to say, I've seen this before. And I was like, I've seen this with Beyonce to me. I mean, it just screams Beyonce. I haven't watched anybody else's commentary about this. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that it's great. But all I saw again was I was like, this is Beyonce. That's all I could think about. But congratulations. Not throwing any shade other than that, we kind of see these things, and it'll be nice for some people to, come up with something new, and fresh. But hats off to her. I mean, really, hats off to her. One monkey don't stop no show. That's right. The divorce is final and it's over with, but one monkey don't stop no show. Right? Keep it moving. All right, let's continue. Let's see what we have here. Eddie Murphy. Oh my gosh, like, let me just say this. And I don't care how anybody feels. I am a person of a particular age. And I'm here to tell you, I still watch cartoons. I do. I watch cartoons. I promise you, before the Smurfs came out, you can find people and they will let you know that he did say this. He was like, you know what? When the Smurfs come out, if they ever do a Smurfs movie, I'm going to watch the Smurfs movie. And you better believe I did. I just love cartoons. I like them. I like them a lot. I could watch cartoons all day long. And Shrek is one of those cartoons that I could watch. And I'm looking forward to Shrek 5. I am. According to people, Eddie Murphy has started work on Shrek 5 and says Donkey is also going to have his own spinoff. Now, when it comes to these spinoffs, I don't know. I don't know about spinoffs, Eddie Murphy. I don't know. I'm talking about with these different characters. I might get around. It has to be a good spinoff for Donkey. I just don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do. You better have you some sidekicks because I like Donkey, but it's Shrek. But it is what it is. Eddie Murphy is headed back to Shrek Swamp times two. In an interview with Collider surrounding his new movie Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, probably Axel Foley, The actor revealed that not only is Shrek 5 well underway, but his character Donkey is getting his own spin-off film. We started doing Shrek 4 or 5 months ago, Murphy said. I recorded the first act and we'll be doing it this year. We'll finish it up. Oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to it. Another Shrek is coming out, and Donkey is going to have his own movie, he went on, noting that he is not recording for the two films at the same time. I think Shrek 5 is coming out in 2025, and we're doing Donkey One, doing a Donkey One next, Murphy added. A rep for Universal did not immediately respond to people's requests for a comment. But again, I think the hats off when we talk about these cartoons to me. And I'm glad more actors are doing cartoons. Actually, excuse me, you guys. I am. I'm glad that more actors are doing cartoons and more cartoons are coming out. I'm actually seeing a lot of good cartoons. My sister and her children, my nieces, I go over there and I see some cartoons sometime, and I'm looking like, okay, I've never heard of this cartoon, and sitting there in the living room with them watching it, and I'm like, okay, this is a nice cartoon. I like them, but I'm just not watching cartoons to watch cartoons. As far as just going out getting them, watching them. No, what I mean by this is like something like Shrek. I love to watch Shrek. Now, I some other movies, but I recently watched, what's the name of the movie? The Lion King. I didn't care too much for The Lion King, and I stopped watching it. The new one. I'm just now getting around to seeing it. I saw it and I was like, okay, I didn't like the fact that it looked like they was trying to make it real. Like I want the cartoon. I don't know about you guys. You don't have to make it real. Give me another cartoon. I'm talking about the colors. A cartoon. But it is what it is. We're gonna move right along from that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but I'm intrigued, and I'm here to tell you guys, it is what it is. It looks like Trump is definitely going to find himself, being on that ticket. He's definitely going to be on it. It's not funny, but I've never met, and this is the thing that bothers me. I'm going to say, I've never met someone so determined. And that's all I'm going to say. All right. Again, my point of view has nothing to do with anyone else, but he is a very determined man. And I'm going to keep my own opinions to myself and maybe talk my points, my personal points, at the dinner table, and not here. But he's determined. And I have to admit, I'm kind of intrigued just to see who he will, have at his running mate. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because who is going to want to run with him? Now I'm being honest. Who's going to want to run with him? And I'm going to tell you why. Because what we see here with him is that we see everybody that he has ever had any interactions with, whom he's ever had on his team. What we see here is that these people are also targeted as well, right? And I'm just afraid that, his running mate is going to be targeted and they're going to come after the running mate. Like I'm saying it with a little chuckle, but I'm serious. And I just don't know if Trump is going to be someone who's going to be able to fully support his running mate. Like, I just don't see it. With everybody who's been around him and they have made deals, they have, pretty much, spoke out against him in certain ways when their backs are up against the wall. So, as I said, I just don't know. I really don't. I just don't know, who that running mate is going to be, and it's kind of like my concern is about the running mate. Yeah. So anyway, according to NBC News, Trump's VP announcement could come as soon as early as this week, and it probably has already been announced. at the time that I'm actually taping this. Former former President Donald Trump could announce his pick to be his vice presidential running mate as early as this week, possibly ahead of Thursday's debate, according to four people familiar with the situation. Trump has publicly excuse me, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be drinking anything. I'm actually drinking this Dr. Pepper over here, and I'm stuttering. Trump has said publicly that he intends to announce his pick shortly before or at the Republican convention next month. But there has been high level discussion in recent days within the Trump campaign about moving that timeline up and making a splash sooner, according to these sources who requested anonymity to speak frankly. It is what it is. I mean, think about it though. If he in fact lets us know who his running mate is, I mean, that's going to be all the talk. He's going to definitely sweep the news. Like, people are going to be talking about that. We already know that he knows how to do that. He knows how to make sure that he can take advantage of press, news, media, all that stuff. We're aware of that. So I think that it would be the talk of the town. It definitely would be the talk of the country. It would be. The sources also cautioned that the timing is not yet final and that the decision could still happen closer to the convention. Possibly. After this article was published, Trump campaign senior advisor Chris La Civita tweeted, yes, it could come as soon as today or sometime in mid-July. So no need to, continue to talk about the details of this other than exactly what I said, and that is it's going to be interesting to see who he's going to run, who he's going to choose to be his partner, his VP. And I'm not happy, about for the VP. I'm not. I can't say that for sure. Just that track record alone is going to have to be somebody who's going to be able to withstand media scrutiny, stand against some very tough critics, including the government, and then withstand Trump. Seriously, like, this is going to be a person who's going to have to be able to carry himself or herself without the backing of Trump in a particular given situation. That's how I see it. It's oh gosh, yes, y'all. I'm sorry to be carrying on like this, but it's just what it is. I am not hopeful about this at all. All righty then. Moving on to lighter news, but I guess more serious news, and that is I came across this article about your wig could be poisoning you. And it just showed up on my social media feed. So I was saying to myself, I was like, huh? I mean, it makes you wonder, because especially nowadays, you have men who, are wearing hair pieces just as much as women are wearing them nowadays. And I guess, is something to be concerned with. Is it true? Well, I'm reading this article. It's in the conversation. I don't think it's a U.S. I don't think it's in a U.S. publication. But anyway, it could possibly be. But it says your wig could be poisoning you. Study finds pesticides and other toxic chemicals in synthetic hair in Nigeria. It says, well-groomed hair is a symbol of beauty for many Black African women. Natural hair requires special care and attention, though which can be time-consuming. Wigs, human or synthetic hair, weave-ons, and other artificial hair extensions offer women an alternative to their natural hair. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, speaking from a person who don't know anything about wigs, just reading that comment alone makes me go like, huh? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there listening to me, are you telling me that the purpose of wearing the wig is because it's more hold on, hold on. Offer women an alternative to their natural hair. And this is could be time consuming. So okay, so let me understand something. Okay, that's I want to make sure before I start saying this that I'm making my point clear. All right. Now I'm pretty sure that the women I know maybe have, and I'm talking about in my immediate circle, if it's a wig, maybe have maybe two wigs tops that I know of. Okay. But they also, I see them, and I think they talk about like they have their hair pieces, whatever you want to call it, like whatever y'all do with y'all hair, bundles, hair pieces, whatever you want to call it, 23.99 piece, whatever it is. But what I'm saying is that I see the majority of the women, they actually go to the hair place, right? They go to the hair place, they get hair, purchase hair, and then they take that hair to the hairdresser, hairstylist, to do their hair. That's time consuming. So I just want to know for women out there. So it's time consuming to wear your natural hair to really? It can't be. It can't be. And then I'm thinking about the woman who has, let's say, she really does it. Like she has five wigs. You know what I'm saying? Like she has a whole wig closet. You know what I'm saying? That she can be whomever she want to be at any point of given time. But I would like to think that you have to still maintain those wigs, though, right? Right. So if you still have to maintain your hair, so your choice is because it's too time consuming. Now I'm gonna say this. Now I feel like I'm on a rant. I didn't even know I was gonna go here. Now I know for women who are older women, and I'm talking about like they're in their 60s. Uh, I'm not even going to say 70s, but maybe early 70s, but for sure 60s. What I am noticing with women in their 60s now, and my mom did it. Um, I've seen other women in my family do it. Whether if it's being through family members by marriage or biological family members, and some close female friends of mine. One day I would see them and I didn't notice them until I happened to look around again. I'm like, oh, you cut your hair off. Like they are wearing afros, like high top, like fades. You see what I'm saying? Like, and when I saw my mom do it, right? She just got she cut it real nice and low. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I'm just tired of, I just got tired of it. I just got tired of it. And I'm saying to myself, like, what did my dad say when when he saw when he saw her? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know what I thought. I was thinking, I was like, I don't want to see you with short hair. Like, and what I mean by short hair, I'm talking about it can be short hair, but I still want to know that it has some length to it, right? So I'm like, I don't want to see you with short hair. So I wanted to ask her, but I knew it was probably going to be insulting if I asked her, like, what did he think? Because I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's her head, it's her hair, But I'm sorry, you do look great. I'm not going to say that the women that I see didn't look great. I mean, honestly, you're saying, hey, I'm tired of combing my hair. I'm trying to keep it up. I'm trying to maintain it, so on and so forth. But there is a particular group of women, like I said, I know now, who they're not even just going natural. They're like, I'm cutting it off and I'm just keeping it low maintenance. I'm not trying to do all that other stuff. So I don't know, but I guess the point here is about the chemicals in synthetic hair and whether synthetic hair or human hair is healthy for you or not. But I was just intrigued by this. So I don't know. I would like to think that any product, any product because we're here in America. I put it that way. I don't even know if we have any product in America is safe. Whether if it's something you put on your hair or if it's something that you put in your body as far as food is concerned, because we live in a capitalistic society, and it's one where it's about the almighty dollar. It is the US dollar. That's what it's really and truly is about. And we're trying to make sure that things are maintained well, right? Maintained well. And has, well, I put it this way, have it has a long life. Like whether if it has a longer life in the store, so you can continue to go out and purchase it. Because think about it, you know, let's just say the food that's on the shelf. The reason why it's probably packed with all of those things in it that are harmful for us is because some company somewhere is like, hey, let's put these things in there so it can stay on the shelf longer. That's just my opinion about it, right? Trying to keep it on the shelf longer. That's the way I see it, and it is what it is. And I think it's the same thing with hair, so on and so forth. Who knows why they're putting it in there? They're probably trying to put it in there to keep it a certain color or a certain texture. I mean, think about it. It's synthetic hair, but you know what? Now that I think about it, who decides? Who is going somewhere doing these, experiments to determine? I'm sorry, I'm just going on a rant, I guess, with this. I didn't think I was going to go there. Who is thinking like, let's put these pesticides on it, and maybe that'll keep it looking a particular way? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to do something about consumption. I do because one day I was looking at something uh, while I was at the store, and I was like, they put that in this. But I was like, but if it's the same thing that I think it is, because it's the same word, if they put that in this, and I know they put this in a particular thing that we consume, child, I just shook my head and said, I know that's the reason why I don't drink that particular thing anymore. hmm So I'm not surprised. I'm not as surprised at all. I am not. But anyway, I guess that's it. My 40 minutes are up. Oh, child. I tell you what, if you made it this far in my commentary, then I want to welcome you all to join me over here at Pepe's Point of View, where I talk about my R&B divas. But every now and then, I dish out the dirt on who dropped kick too in these entertainment streets. So why don't you go ahead on and hit the like button, the subscribe button, the share button, hit the notification button, all that stuff. Leave comments, so on and so forth. I thank you guys so much for your love and your support. I really, truly do. I could not, well, I could do it without you, but I could not reach as many people if it wasn't for you guys. I thank you guys for showing me love, and I hope you feel the love back. And hang on out here over here with me for some time. And my motto is simple. It's very simple. Put your behind where your heart desires to be. That's exactly what I want you guys to do. And whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, she says, baby, remember, she says, I love you, but God loves you best. That's right. I look forward to seeing you next video. And until then, you know what to do. Take care of yourselves out there because I know I will. All right. Talk to you later.